Hello, this is Tyrone Taylor with Junkers101.com. Today's video, I just want to talk about what I did when I first started. I guess that's probably the biggest hurdle that anyone will encounter when they start out with any business, especially this business here, especially if you've never done anything as far as real estate. Just take you through the process of how I got started. I ordered a course. I bought it off of eBay, so obviously it was used. And the course was a very, very informative course. But one thing, I had no one to consult on questions that I had. But as I said, the course was informative, but I still had a lot of questions, and I was a little hesitant on a couple of things. But just the risk taker that I am, it all sounded good. I went as far as even asking a couple of realtor friends that I had designed websites for at the time, which I used to do a little of, and they never heard the term of flipping houses or wholesaling houses, which the guy in the course actually said they would not know and tell me that it's illegal and all of this stuff. So actually that gave me more encouragement to get out there and see what I could do to make it happen. So the first thing that I did, I ordered 50 bandit signs, which those are the small signs that you see, especially now during a campaign year with the political advertising as far as who to vote for. You may see these in your town that just say simply, "We buy houses," "We buy houses cash, sell your house," or so on, with the phone number and possibly a website. So I ordered some of those, and I actually overpaid for the signs. I just stopped at the first sign shop that I came across, which was actually in a Walmart here locally. So anyway, I ordered 50 signs. I put them out on a Sunday morning, and I started receiving calls that next day, which was Monday, of course, and I was just amazed at that point that, you know, the information that I had purchased had worked at that point. You know, I really could have stopped there. I know it's sad to say that, but I had tried a lot of things in the past as far as trying to make money with different business opportunities. I had never made a dime on any of it as far as profit. But anyway, I pushed on. I entertained the calls that were coming through. I'm not saying you would be as fortunate as I was, but really like the first 2 calls were deals. One of them was a lease option opportunity. It actually could have been a wholesale opportunity, but I was so green I didn't know how to turn that deal into a wholesale opportunity, so I went with the lease option, which it blew up in my face. That's another story for another day. But the second call, it may have been the first, but I'm not sure, but the other call was these 2 sisters, which if you've been to my website, Junkers101, I've talked about my first deal. But this was an opportunity to actually do a deal. I wasn't really sure about the ARV, which is ARV, which is after repair value, but I had just a general idea what houses would sell for in that area. I was able to get that house under contract for $20,000, and I was so afraid to even put the house under contract. I searched around on the internet and finally just came up with the idea that instead of trying to use a realtor's contract from, I guess, my state, which obviously stood the test of time as far as legally, I decided just to go with a 1-page contract, just to so it wouldn't be so intimidating for me and also the sellers. You always have to think that most people, even though you may get in the business and may do 3 or 4 deals a month, most people may have only done 3 or 4 deals in their entire life as far as real estate transactions for whatever reason. But that was an interesting deal in the sense that when I showed up at that time, that was in 1993, I had a 1985 Toyota Celica GTS convertible that I guess it looked okay, but I definitely didn't look like I had enough money to spend to buy a house for $20,000, which I didn't. It's just, that's part of the course. You don't need the money or the cash, but perception is everything. But when I walked in that house, I guess it was just the way I presented myself. They thought I was going to write them a check that day, but obviously I explained to them that the process of putting a deal together, as far as putting in the contract, running the title, and so on. But that was the first thing that I did. I was afraid to even put a house on the contract, because I didn't even have a contract at that time that I was confident in. But I came up with one, and I'm not even sure I've been using it so long, but it's never failed, it's never been challenged, which I would be happy to share that contract with you. Even if you take the course or not, you can email me and I'll send you a copy of it. But this is Tyrone Taylor. That's how I got started initially on my first deal. Trust me, you couldn't have been more afraid than I was. I know you may see me on the video, but I'm pretty much a shy person. But I just do what I have to do to eat. So, but if you're interested in the course, you'll see here on the annotations that it's $347 right now. Regular price is $697. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to run that special for $347. You can go to the website junkersone1.com to purchase it. I also may have it on eBay right now. The auction may be ending later on today, but I'll probably repost it again here for the next 7 days. Today is October 29th, 2008, just to make sure you know when this was actually recorded. But if you have any questions or comments, you see the number there on the screen. Just give me a call, 205-492-3425. I look forward to working with you, and let's get started. It's a great time to get in this business, especially if you lost money in the stock market. Get into real estate right now. A lot of great deals out there. Thanks.